Just ahead on CTV News, a suspect is now in custody for the murder of his roommate. Plus, more lawmakers speak up about recent health care cuts, and multiple lawmakers denied from entering an ICE facility. Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for July 31st. I'm Katera Jones.
And I'm Jonathan Hunter. Thanks for joining us. Police now have a man in custody they say caused the death of his roommate, 49-year-old Jamil Ofut, back in February. The suspect on your screen is Ricardo Cortez O'Neill of Washington, D.C. Police responded to the 6900 block of Valley Park Road in Capitol Heights after a reported physical altercation between the two roommates. Police found Ofut unconscious, suffering from trauma. He died at an area hospital 9 days later. O'Neill faces second-degree murder and other related charges.
Police are looking to identify two vehicles of interest connected to a fatal hit-and-run that occurred in Seat Pleasant over the weekend. On the left, a dark-colored Toyota Corolla that police say likely has front-end damage. And on the right, a white Nissan Altima, likely missing the front plastic wheel well liners as well as undercarriage damage. Both vehicles are believed to be involved in the fatal hit-and-run of 25-year-old Anton Brooks.
Healthcare advocates and local officials believe the passage of the One Big Beautiful bill could cause thousands of Marylanders to lose health insurance. Yesterday morning, nearly 24 people came for a town hall meeting in Greenbelt to learn more on how the new bill will impact people with Medicaid. According to the Maryland Health Department, 175,000 people who live in the state are at risk of losing Medicaid coverage. This includes senior citizens and people with disabilities. Delegate Ashanti Martinez says this could be devastating.
Healthcare is very personal for folks. We want to make sure that we're listening to our constituents, and I also serve on the Health and Government Operations Committee in Annapolis. So these cuts are very personal to us because where the federal government is falling short, the state's going to have to pick up the slack. And so I wanted to make sure that we're showing the community that we are working in partnership for something so personal as healthcare.
Healthcare officials on the panel say while the One Big Beautiful bill did pass, some of the changes won't take place right away.
Meantime, Maryland's U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen commemorated the anniversary of Medicare and Medicaid in Congress yesterday. Van Hollen spoke on the Senate floor on July 30th, which is the 60th anniversary of President Lyndon B. Johnson signing the Social Security Amendments of 1965. This landmark legislation created Medicare and Medicaid. Now, during his speech, Van Hollen criticized Republicans in Congress for backing President Trump's One Big Beautiful bill, which he signed into law back on July 4th. Van Hollen emphasized that this law will cut Medicaid access to millions of Americans and makes cuts to the Affordable Care Act.
Taking health care coverage away from 10 million people, even more if you count the failure to extend the tax credits from the Affordable Care Act, which will expire at the end of this year, but 10 million on the terms of that bill alone, including nearly 246,000 of my fellow Marylanders. And as others have said, this will increase the costs of health care for everybody else because it has a ripple effect throughout the insurance markets. When you start denying affordable health care to people on Medicaid, it puts upward pressure on premiums for everybody else as people go to get emergency care in hospitals and other places.
Van Hollen says he's going to work to repeal the health care cuts from the Big Beautiful bill and to permanently extend the Affordable Care tax credits.
Governor Moore's plan to hire displaced federal workers has been put on hold. Earlier this year, the governor announced he was going to choose from a pool of candidates who were either laid off or took buyouts. But the governor announced a hiring freeze, so he couldn't move forward with his initial idea. Officials from the Department of Budget and Management say more than 7,000 applicants were reviewed. House and Senate Republicans criticized the governor and are calling for the state to be fiscally responsible. Several lawmakers were denied access to a Baltimore ICE facility earlier this week. One of those lawmakers was Congressman Glenn Ivey. He says they gave them an advance notice they were coming, but were still denied.
There's no way a member of Congress should be denied access to any federal facility anywhere in the country at any time. But we gave them 7 days notice. We, tried to work with them and be fair and reasonable, but they weren't fair and reasonable. And then they came out and complained and said we hadn't given them notice we wanted to come.
Ivey says they were violating the law. ICE officials say they will not be allowing any visits to their holding rooms at this time.
Maryland's gubernatorial race is more than a year away, but it is already heating up. Republican gubernatorial candidate Kurt Wiedekind announces Shannon Wright as his running mate. Wright is no stranger to politics. She once ran for mayor of Baltimore City as a Republican. The Wiedekind and Wright ticket looks to focus on government transparency, reducing taxes, and improving education. Wiedekind and Wright will face off against Governor Wes Moore and Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller, who are very popular statewide. Maryland's next gubernatorial election is set for November 3rd of 2026.
And it's a legal firestorm in Maryland. The Trump administration is suing all 15 federal judges in Maryland, and now hundreds of lawyers are pushing back. 3 amicus briefs, including one from 11 retired federal judges, demand the case be thrown out. At the center of it all is a standing order that pauses deportations for 48 hours to preserve due process. The administration calls it an overreach. Critics call the lawsuit an unprecedented threat to judicial independence. The conservative group America's Future is the lone backer of the lawsuit. Maryland's legal community warns if this goes forward, no judge is safe from being sued over a ruling. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Katara Jones. Coming up.
From bold brushstrokes to powerful performances, in just a few minutes, we'll tell you about Artsploration, a summer camp for kids.
I'm Noel James, and just ahead, how one Maryland restaurant is stirring up more than just good eats, the secret behind Chunky and Bop's viral buzz, and why some say it's changing the taste of local cuisine. That story and more coming up on CTV News.
If alcohol builds a wall around you that doesn't let you see where you're going, that keeps you feeling isolated and alone, that makes you feel hopeless, know this: we're here to help if you want us to. It's never too early or too late to ask for help with a drinking problem. Alcoholics Anonymous, there is a way out. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Welcome back. Today's thunderstorms have placed the entire Washington metro region under a flash flood warning, with some parts of Maryland expecting up to 6 inches of rainfall. Now, the heaviest period of rainfall is expected between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. tonight, but thunderstorms can be expected to linger until late Friday night. WSSC Water wants residents to know that any precautions taken in light of the weather will not affect their drinking water. Well, imagine, create, and inspire. That's the heart of Artsploration, a hands-on program giving PGCPS middle schoolers a chance to dive into the world of the arts.
And that's right. CTV's Michaela Newton takes a closer look at how this unique experience is helping young artists grow their talents and their voices.
Precious Naidike is majoring in dance and assists in orchestra. She, along with other students, are practicing their performance. And today is their big showcase.
This program encourages you to not procrastinate. Like, they check up on you. You're gonna be pushed really hard, but in the future, it's gonna help you.
Artsploration was designed for rising middle schoolers in Prince George's County Public Schools. This isn't your normal summer camp. This is a camp that immerses students in the arts.
When they go into those schools next year, we want them to say, I want dance, I want media arts, I want vocal music.
Students pick one major out of 8 visual and performing arts.
We understand, of course, the value of English and math and science and social studies, but there is great values in the arts. This is where students often find community and really discover who they are and find their voice. It's really important to have holistic experiences for our students.
During the second half of the day, students are immersed in every other art experience.
We were supposed to, make it special. So we were supposed to draw loops.
For students like Nicholas Gold, this camp moves him closer to his goals.
So what kind of made me interested in this program was opportunities. Doing this, I could have an opportunity to get into Northwestern, which is kind of my dream high school. I want to be a gospel rap artist. So basically singing gospel, yet rapping at the same time, telling people about how God kind of helped me pursue my dreams.
And these students are leaving their mark with proof that the next generation isn't just learning new skills, they're creating it. Michaela Newton, CTV News.
Great story there. Now, for more information on the Artsploration Camp, visit the county school system's website. The Department of Public Works and Transportation held its annual Stuff the Bus Summer Palooza on Wednesday to give attention to the initiative that is donating school supplies to Prince George's County students. Stuff the Bus has received over 60,000 donations since the initiative began in 2018. DPW&T partners with other county organizations as well as local nonprofits and realtors to bring in more support. Now, the Palooza marked the halfway point of the annual program, motivating people around the county to give back.
It helps with just camaraderie and just bringing our residents, community leaders, and honestly the community as a whole together, just to ensure that, we're bringing visibility to Prince George's County and ensuring that our schools and our school districts are being supported in the way that other regions are supported as well.
State officials have launched a 10-year plan to support the growing senior population. The Longevity Ready Maryland initiative provides resources for the rising number of baby boomers reaching retirement age. The U.S. Census Bureau says by 2034, the number of people 65 and older will outnumber children 18 and younger for the first time in U.S. history. The initiative aims to tackle that challenge by offering affordable and inclusive housing opportunities, promoting financial planning, and investing in healthcare services and caregivers. Several metro stations on the southern end of the Green Line will be closed due to construction next month. The metro stations on Naylor Road, Suitland, and Branch Avenue will be closed temporarily. The construction area will extend to Anacostia and Congress Heights during the weekend of August 9th and 16th. Free shuttles will be provided between those roads and Southern Avenue every 8 to 10 minutes. Free parking will be provided at closed stations. The construction closure will be in effect this Saturday through August 31st.
Well, it's more than great cheesesteaks. It's a culinary celebration deeply rooted in Philly and Prince George's pride. I'm
looking forward to this story. Tonight, we take you inside Chunky and Bop's, a local hotspot blending bold Philly flavors, personality, and a mission to uplift the community one plate at a time. More now from CTV's Noel James.
This bright red storefront isn't just serving up great food, it's serving up stories of resilience, culture, and hustle. Chunky and Bop's isn't just where you eat, it's where Philly flavor lives. Let's take a look inside. Calling it the one-stop shop taste of Philadelphia, this cheesesteak restaurant is hoping to reshape the local taste palette while creating an inviting and comfortable space. And with menu options ranging from traditional Philly cheesesteaks to hoagies, They're reminding us what an authentic cheesesteak looks.
Look at that, is there cheese?
And tastes like. Founded in 2023 by business partners Todd Mitchell and Darren Brown, the restaurant started in Les Phantoms Food Hall. Their popularity skyrocketed and they had to find a bigger space here in Landover. Since then, they've seen nothing but great successes and overwhelming orders. The heart and love the chefs put into their craft translates into high demand.
We cannot be more happier for the support that we've received from the DMV and the community abroad. People are traveling, people are coming here on a daily basis.
We're definitely an official Philadelphia cheesesteak and hoagie spot, so you just imagine we picked up a hoagie spot from a cheesesteak spot from Philadelphia and just dropped it in Landover, Maryland. So you can always expect to get the same flavor with every bite.
Even with some extreme wait times, sometimes as long as almost 2 hours, the demand has only gone up. Why?
Just the authenticity of the Philly-style cheesesteak. You know, up here we get cheesesteaks from like carryouts and stuff like that. We don't really have nowhere where you can go and say, oh, this is a official Philadelphia cheesesteak, so that's the difference.
Chunky and Bop's is proof that community flavor and heart need a seat at the table. In Landover, I'm Noah James for CTV News. Let me enjoy one of these.
And Katara, I don't know about you, but I am hungry.
Well, I know where I'm going right after work. I'm going there.
Exactly. I want to get a cheesesteak as well.
Yeah.
For more information, visit chunkyandbops.com. Still to come on CTV News.
Brittany Aaliyah is back with another What's the Move?
Hey, the weekend is here. And when I say the weekend, I mean like literally he's here in the DMV area. And also we have some other artists, and I have something for my book lovers and baseball lovers. What's the Move is up next. I'll get you caught up to speed right after this.
It's cancer.
Welcome back. Former Washington Wizards star Gilbert Arenas has been arrested. Arenas and 7 others are being accused of running an illegal gambling enterprise with underground poker games happening at the former All-Stars home in Encino, California. Arenas made his initial court appearance on Wednesday and pled not guilty to all 3 federal charges. A status hearing is slated for September 15th, and his trial will take place a week later. If convicted, the defendants would face a statutory maximum sentence of 5 years in federal prison for each count.
It's time to hop to it and meet our pet of the week. This little guy may be small in size, but he's got a whole lot of love to give.
Meet Sophie, a sweet cinnamon-colored bunny who's been hopping around the shelter since May 27th. Animal Services say he's a real snuggler and ready to leap into your life.
I would recommend older kids because rabbits can be fragile. He eats a unlimited supply of Timothy hay, a little bit of pellets, and he also likes vegetables such as romaine lettuce. He's a sweet boy looking for his forever home.
If you'd like to bring Toffee or one of his furry friends into your home, call Animal Services at 301-780-7200 or hop to it and scan the QR code on your screen.
Your unbelievable best friend could be just one adoption away.
It's hot outside and the DMV entertainment scene is getting even hotter.
Brittany Aaliyah is here to guide you through what's heating up around town this weekend on What's the Move.
Hey everyone, and of course, happy Thursday. We're back like we never left, and you already know what time it is. The weekend is calling, and I'm here to answer. So let's dive right in. Now, tomorrow evening, starting at 7 p.m., the Chesapeake Bay Sox is facing off against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. They're right there at Prince George's County Stadium in Bowie. So an exciting baseball game, right? But the big highlight is that it's their 26th annual Navy Night. They're knocking it out the park again this year with a Navy Night picnic, which to me sounds like some good eating, and everyone's favorite, a spectacular fireworks show. So come on out and cheer on the home team and also salute our sailors in a fun way. All right, moving along. And this I am so excited for. Oh my goodness. I'd say back in 2005, a classic debut album, Thug Motivation 101, we all know, was released by none other than Young Jeezy, right? God, I love that album. So he's celebrating 20 years of that album by putting on a concert. But you know what? I can't even call it a concert because it's something out of this world. This man is blending his street anthems with elegance and bringing it to the stage with a full-blown symphony orchestra. It's an elevated black tie experience that people are saying, and they're coming out dressed to impress. The show is at the Lyric in Baltimore. It starts at 8 p.m. And honestly, this is probably going to be the most classiest turn-up experience you'll ever go to. I think this is so dope and just so different. So shout out to Young Jeezy for this. Okay, so you guys remember just a few minutes ago, I said the weekend is here, right? Which is true, but I guess you guys didn't catch what I meant by that. I'm talking about your boy, The Weeknd. Yes, he's in town and he's pulling up to Northwest Stadium on Saturday, or to some of us, it's still FedEx Field. Like, hello, I still call it that. Okay, but look, he's gracing the stage for his After Hours Till Dawn tour with special guests Playboy Cardi and Mike Dean. You already know the track list will not disappoint. We're talking about The Weeknd here, guys. So make sure you go check him out on Saturday. Show starts at 7 p.m. Also on Saturday, Mahogany Books Fest is in full swing at the Mahogany Bookstore. It's right at National Harbor. This is their second annual Black Books Matter Fest, and they're basically celebrating, you guessed it, Black books. We love this. It's from 11 to 4, and a few New York Times best-selling authors will also be in the building. Now, if you need something good to read or you're just trying to revamp your book collection, this would be the perfect time to do just that. Representation matters, and I'm definitely here for this. So that wraps up this week on What's the Move. As always, I'm Brittany Aaliyah, and tune in again next week where I give you the latest scoop on all the biggest events happening in and around the DMV. Have a fantastic weekend and stay hydrated, folks.
Now don't move, Simon Buggs is here with our Thursday sports page.
And that's right, and I hear today he's talking more college football.
Okay, everybody, it's time for your Thursday sports page. Beginning with some news from the world of college football, there have been a lot of changes for the Terps during the offseason. One of them being the hiring of Pep Hamilton as the offensive coordinator. Hamilton brings a wealth of coaching experience with him to College Park, having worked at the collegiate and NFL level over a span of 25 years. Although he hasn't been at Maryland for very long, he's already had a huge impact on the players.
Coach Pep, he is a leader of men. He's teaching us how to do things the right way, especially him having his NFL background, being an offensive coordinator in the NFL. He's just teaching us how to be pros. So, like, that's the main thing. Keeping the main thing, and how to be a pro. Come in every day, we're going to study film, we're going to work, we're going to figure out and learn the system, and be prepared for when it's time to go out there for game time.
It's been amazing being coached by him. He's a brainiac of the game, so getting knowledge from him is he really teaches the game in the best way you can understand it. I feel like I've learned a lot being coached by him, and I feel like I've got wiser as a player.
The team will open up the season against Florida Atlantic on August 30th. And sticking with more Terps football news, linebacker Daniel Wingate is a player that is expected to have a big season for the Red and White. So much so that the Maryland native has been named to the Buckets Award watch list. The Buckets Award is given annually to the country's best linebacker. Wingate had a breakout sophomore campaign last season, ranking third on the team in tackles with 50, and was tied for third on the team with 6.5 tackles for loss. Looking forward to seeing what you do for this Ted Monachino-led defense, Daniel. And meantime, we're only a couple weeks away, Bowie State fans, from the start of volleyball season. The Lady Bulldogs are coming off of a year where they finished just 10-20. But with the mix of transfers that came in and players who are already on the team improving, head coach Eric Portier is expecting big things from his team in 2025.
I feel like we're going to reverse that. We should be 20-10 this year. Yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait for the season to get started. We got a good number of transfers came in this year, and with the mix of fresh sophomores that we had last year, who are going to be juniors this year, 14 of them, along with 5 transfers. I think we're going to be ready to probably take the conference.
Bowie will begin the season against Gallaudet University on August 23rd. And in Major League news, the Baltimore Orioles lost their final game of their series against the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday, 9-8. They will travel to the Windy City to face off against the Chicago Cubs next tomorrow at 2:20. And the Washington Nationals fell to the Houston Astros yesterday, 9-1. Their next opponent will be the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow at 6:45. And wrapping up sports, there will be some football action taking place tonight, NFL fans, as the Detroit Lions and Los Angeles Chargers will take the field for the Hall of Fame game. Kickoff is at 8 o'clock. And that wraps up your Thursday sports page. Simon Buggs, CTV Sports.
Thanks, Simon. Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, we are under a flood watch until 2 a.m. Tomorrow, we have a 20% chance of rain throughout the state. We'll also have a high of 78 degrees. Saturday is going to be sunny with a high of 81. Sunday will be just as nice with a watch of high of 82 and a low of 63.
And for our community calendar, bring your lawn chairs tomorrow night. The Department of Parks and Rec is hosting a movie night. Join the city of Mount Rainier for an outdoor showing of Mufasa at the Mount Rainier Nature Center. The live action film tells the story of Mufasa and how he eventually became the Lion King. Showtime is at 8:30. For more information, contact 301-927-2163.
And today marks National Intern Day.
And here at CTV, we would like to recognize an intern that has made a major impact in our newsroom.
This is Benji Kaufman. He has been interning in the news department since June 11th. Since arriving, Kaufman has hit the ground running, reporting on news all throughout Prince George's.
While developing his stories, he's been able to meet local and state leaders and so many of our amazing viewers. Kaufman says one of his favorite assignments was reporting on the history and the impact the Prince Mont Swim League has had on the county's swimming community.
I feel like I've definitely improved my on-camera presence. That was something I was hoping to improve on coming on camera and doing work. I was really hoping to slow down my pace, to not feel like I was reading something, but just talking, saying what I wanted, the point I wanted to make, and I really feel like I improved with that. Every time I was working on something, I felt like I was improving. People gave really strong and concrete feedback that I was really able to implement on my next project, and I know that this time here for me at CTV was so valuable.
Today is also Benji's last day here at CTV.
He will be heading back to the University of Maryland College Park to complete his senior year.
And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us.
We're going to see you again tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone.